and welcome back to Gamer Muscle videos. We are going to be doing the 8 PM upside down kangaroo racing for Aussie Stig's GT3 series round 3. It's going to be live, it's going to be exciting, and it's I'm not even sure what racetrack it's going to be at, but it's going to be good wherever it is. If you're watching this as a catch-up video, of course, you know what you need to do. Click in the video description on YouTube, and you'll be able to click straight to the race. You'll be able to go to that. But those of you watching live and have joined us live, you of course know how it works, in that we are going to do a bit of a warm-up race. We're going to jump into the tightest Formula bathtub. We're still at Zandvoort. It's the same week as yesterday. The old no VR joke. And we're going to do a bit of a warm-up race on that first, and then we're going to get into the sim racing spirit, and we'll be good for Mr. Aussie Stig's GT3 race, which looks like it's packed. There's already, I think, there's 25 people already registered for it, so it's going to be another completely jam-packed field of cars, and should be good fun. Last week's race was pretty good as well, I have to say. Everyone loves a bit of GT3. And when there's the risk of kangaroo dodging, that just increases the excitement above and beyond the threshold. Forget threshold braking, it's kangaroo threshold braking. Hi DJ Phil 007. Hi Oliver Jackson. Oh, you were genuinely curious. I thought you were yanking my chain. Basically, for streaming, I'm using the old 2D land, and for this wheel, I keep saying it, I do prefer VR. We do prefer VR, the sophisticated, more exciting way to play driving simulators. Unfortunately, when streaming, my computer, you know, VR and streaming don't go together. VR streaming and games that weren't necessarily designed for VR, like driving simulators, even worse combination. Maybe if I get a 1080. Well, Intel, of course, are trying to show off their really good value processor and its VR streaming capabilities. But you know, I'm not going to be upgrading my CPU for a long time. You've got a potato. I do have a bit of a potato. It's an alright system, actually. I've got an i7 7600K overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz and a GTX 1070. Yeah, it's a good system. It's just not good enough for VR streaming, really. Got all these people coming in. I haven't reduced my sound. I think your computer's broken. Are you going to join the Titus race, Sloppy, and then the GT3? I don't have any setups, no. But I've emailed Sebastian Brunier, and he might pop one over. He's in this race. He'll probably notice that we've gone live on the stream, and then he'll come in and we'll be able to steal a setup from him. Sebastian Brunier is literally a rocket ship. He's, you know, you've got Julian Sheen, the racing machine, who's also really good. So between the two of them, normally we can get a good setup. Hi Hits Mike. Palmer's 27. I'm new to this Game of Muscle. How is it upside down? Basically, oh look, it's Sebastian Brunier, the setup man. How much? I've sent you that. I sent you that money, Sebastian. I sent you the money is in your bank account. You just need to send us the files that will allow us to win, and then I'll put the money on. Just don't tell anyone, okay? Upside down because Australians, of course, are on the other side of the world. It's a really funny joke. It's a joke that Australians have never heard before. Totally original. Top 10 funnies. That's why it's upside down. It's so that when Aussie Stig looks at the stream, because that's what he does. He doesn't have a life. He will watch the stream in full, study it. He will look at the top of the screen and he'll be like, oh, I can read that now. This is a Titus. This is a warm-up race. And then it's GT3. It's a bit confusing. This is a support race at a different track. It's how it works in sim racing. Exactly. See, Hits Mike's understanding how it works now. Flip the screen. I could do that. You'd have to attach it to the ceiling. If you want to join this race, you've got 6 minutes or so to join this Titus warm-up. You've got to warm up your steering wheels. Warm up your wheels. We are good. Pedals are all there. Yeah, we're all good. The Porsche came in the top 3, I think, last race. So just look who won the races. Go on Sim Racing System. Go to the standings. I'll show you now. This is how good Sim Racing System is. All for free. Sim Racing System. Go to the events. Where is it? Where's the upside down one? Here we go. GT3 standings. We'll have to go for, I think it's race results, actually. Fastest laps, here we go. This will tell you. Fastest laps. Oh, it doesn't tell you which car it was. But there was a Porsche in the top 3 last race, so... I don't... Yeah, I think it might be Ferraris and Porsches at the top. I don't know how well balanced they are. I think they're pretty well balanced. Try not to destroy another car in the chicane. I know. I'll try my best. Don't tell my boss. We need some techno music. This is too chilled out. Let's pump up the volume to get ready for the race. Let's just start typing techno. I'm using Epidemic Sound. Electro. We've got here. There we go. This is a bit more. Pump it up. Oh, there you go. See, Sloppy. Think outside the box. I should synchronise my the shifter paddles on this Sim-Dash Gear button box to be on Fruity Loops. We can make a dance track. This is how everyone drives in films. Nine minutes to go. Hype. Pump up the volume, guys. 20 cars registered for this warm-up race. Oh no, well that's it. You'll never know. You could just go on Radiator Springs. Alright, DJ Phil. Good luck with not getting sacked. Try your best. I can see what the regulations are. Each incident, every time you knock into someone, you lose 5 points. That's why we got hammered in our first race of our series. We got absolutely destroyed because we had so many bumps, and in fact, we drove our car over the top of someone. Didn't help. The rules. Never drive the wrong way. That's quite a good tip to follow. I find that helps me get lap times that are moderately okay. Abusive contact between vehicles is forbidden. Don't cause accidents on warm-up laps. Well, you know, I've kind of broken that rule a few times. Respect yellow and blue flags. Maintain at least 2 wheels on the track. Chat is not allowed. So, apart from crashing into people on the warm-up, this seems to be we seem to be all right with the rules here. Look for Poot Poot. Is that your real name? Look at this. 23 cars registered. We're actually getting adverts here that are of our interest. Pedals. And gaming chairs. Good job, Google. They're finally cottoning on. Let's have a look at the standings for the GT3. Kurt Wagner, he's always at the top. Hi, Zero Skill Just Lock. Welcome back. Mr. Buttonbox himself. Inti Samsol's currently winning the GT3. Oh, I've got it wrong. It's round 2. We're on round 2, not round 3. I thought I'd missed one. That was the other event. So actually, it's round 2, not round 3. Ignore the title. So, Inti Samsol's winning. Kurt Wagner, he's always at the top. Stein Waj, who we've seen a lot, 3rd. We're in 12th on GT3 series, not too bad. Antoine Jacquet, our rival, who we need to have a punch up in the pit lane with, he's in 8th. We had a little bit of car contact with him last race, but you know, we made up. I've poisoned him and slashed his car tyre, so next race it'll all be okay. Leonard J we see a lot as well. I think he's on the stream as well. Yeah, you just need to sign up for Sim Racing System. If you haven't, sign up for it. But I don't know if you'll be able to register because the guy that runs it's on holiday at the moment. So I don't know if you'll be able to get in on it. Oh dear. You didn't apply for the race at the right time. Johnny Castries, the other British guy. We're leading the British guys here. Joe Blow, someone else from our stream, 20th. The techno music's going to make us drive faster, that's for sure. This is so good. I love the royalty-free techno music. It's always the best techno music. Four minutes to go. We're getting there. We're hyping up the car, the action. Give me a few rounds last week. Zero Skill Just Lock. Slowly ebbing up the points, and then he'll be out of Pyongyang, and then he'll be able to join us and destroy us. This music has serious 90s vibes, but also serious Fruity Loops default REFX Nexus plugin vibe. Default drums, default kick, default cymbal. That's all you need to make a good dance track. Bit of background pad, some stabs, and you've got you're going. Should just have this playing throughout the whole race, just to keep us awake. Leicester and Pyongyang. Probably more likely to get stabbed in Leicester. Pyongyang, you're more likely to get starved to death, unless you're part of the party, in which case your life might be okay. Leicester's not that bad, so it's okay. I can think of worse places. I've lived in worse places than Leicester over the years. I used to go to the land centre in Leicester. Leicester Land Centre. What was it called? This was in like 90s, 2000s. They used to have Codename Eagle. And it was in the bowling alley. They've knocked it down now, I think. There used to be a land centre. And they have the Quasar there as well. Here we go, we can join. Let's get this terrible dance music off. Okay. Yeah, Leicester. It was that was the height of my youth. Roller skating at the Leicester roller rink, roller disco. Oh, that's where the fun was. You knew, you know, I knew how to live back then. In the centre, I used to live in Leicestershire, but I used to go to Leicester in the town centre to do activities, laser quest, bowling. They didn't have a cinema in the centre until more recently. Well, it's ice skating, but they knocked that down. Then, yeah, the roller rink was sort of like, it was Friday nights from 8 till like 11, which was really late. And then, as I say, the Land Centre was in the bowling rink that had the Quasar. Kramit's from Leicester. See, there's Leicester massive here. Why are we in this view? This is the obvious view to play a driving simulator. Oh, you get good curries in Leicester, though. Oh, we need to recenter our steering wheel. I don't know why we're in this view. There we go. My TV's got a bit dark. Let's park in the middle of the circuit. That's always a good idea. No. There we go. Leicester bus station. That's where it was at. It used to take me an hour and a half to get to Leicester from my little town. Yeah, you have to sort it out beforehand. Like, you have to register with a real name, and then get accepted, and then you're good. See, the part of the thing is with Sim Racing System is they obviously want to verify accounts, make sure that people aren't, you know, so if people do crash, they can get banned, and then it's not easy to just rejoin with a different account. That's most of the thinking behind it. So you do kind of have to bear that in mind. Well, sometimes it can take a bit long to sign up, a couple of days for your registration to go through, but once it's all done, then that's it, and it's free, so you know. Yeah, I do find with VR that the 90Hz frame rate definitely does help in terms of visual feel, but I'm driving through the force feedback really with this wheel, which is nice. So catching the car. There's Mr. Brunia. Hello. Hello. Look at him in his car. Mr. Sebastian, I'm in front of everyone every single race. This guy doesn't really have any legs. He just has tyres. He just has wheels for feet. He basically just lives inside of his car, his virtual car. But yeah, I definitely find driving on a screen is somewhat underwhelming, but you know, at least it runs smooth for streaming. I can check the chat room, so that's the thing. All the different ways of doing it have their advantages and disadvantages. In general, though, as I always say, if I'm just driving for myself and for pure entertainment, I'd go VR all the time. And if I was a millionaire, I'd go real car all the time. That'd be nice. But even then, even if you were like super rich, you still obviously wouldn't be able to go to any track in the world immediately. And to be honest, I think I'd rather spend that, if I was that rich enough to be driving all these supercars in reality, I'd probably just have a yacht and not care. Just go around the Mediterranean, dipping my feet in the water. I have a motorboat and probably kill myself. Hi, Formula CSGO. Welcome to the stream. Nice name. They validate, yeah, a guy validates your account, so you'll have to, hopefully you'll get in. Yeah, the guy, as I say, the guy's on holiday that does it, so that's why it might take a little bit longer. I'll ask him to check his emails on Skype. He's probably just having a nice time. Slick mediums, fuel, we don't need that much fuel. Let's get a qualifying lap in here. I haven't properly yet, no. I've been doing a lot of Dirt 4. My video, I'll get into so much trouble for my video. But we're going to have some more Dirt 4 videos out, you know, whilst it's popular. But I do want to get back into Automobilista. I'm really hoping that Rise the Studios get their new game out, new engine or highly modified G-mode, I'd assume, since they bought the license for the code and everything. I'm really wanting them to get that out as soon as possible, because I think my only thing I don't like about Automobilista is really good. They've done a really good job. The cars are fantastic. There's loads of good things about it, but it still feels like I'm using R-Factor, even though their physics are a lot better than R-Factor cars and everything's amazingly polished. The sounds are really good. You know, it is different from R-Factor. You know, it's the equivalent of like the difference between Half-Life almost over Doom, but even then, I still feel like I'm playing R-Factor, and I'm done with R-Factor 1. I just can't take R-Factor 1 anymore. Like when it came out, played it loads, played it to death, but I did so much fiddling with the INI files and different cars, going through mods and the tracks, and it's a period of my life that gives me, I've got PTSD just thinking about it. So yes, that's why I tend to not play Automobilist, even though it is really good. And then aside from that, because of its R-Factor 1 base, a lot of the problems are in recording it. It tends to stutter randomly. Alt-tabbing tends to cause weird problems. I get weird crashes with it as well. All the same R-Factor issues you used to have. So, yeah, that's why. Triggered. But I will have to give it a good go with this wheel, because I've only heard positive things, and even with the with TSPC Racer, when I played it with that, it was really good. The only truthful video. Well, that's probably why they didn't give me a key. I emailed them saying, no, I'd love to promote Dirt 4, because I was expecting it to be like Dirt Rally. As I said, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's anything like what anyone was expecting, following on from Dirt Rally and from what they were sort of promoting. But I sent them emails and messaged them on Reddit. I was like, "Oh, give me a key, please give me a key. I want to A, get more traffic on my channel, but I also want to promote the game." You know, I thought it was going to be like Dirt Rally, as I say, but they didn't give me a key, and I guess that's a good thing, because I think if someone gives you a key, then it is going to be harder to be as objective, I think. But yeah, so I don't think it's bad still. And there's quite a lot of enjoyable stuff in it. I spent more time on the snow stages, and they're really good fun. But I do think there's a lot of people that are on YouTube that are just completely just. If you go on a good example, if you go on the Reddit for Dirt Rally, and all these people are just lapping it up non-critically. I mean, it's good. It's fair enough to just enjoy it. If you enjoy it, that's fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. But then, you know, people be critical about aspects of the handling, as sim racers always are, and immediately everyone's like, no, rally cars only understeer. They don't have controllable oversteer particularly. You've set your game up wrong. So, oh well. We'll see. I think hopefully they keep doing stuff to it. Hopefully they improve on it. So, and my videos probably trigger people, so it's all worthwhile. Oh, we're in 9th whilst driving terribly. That's good news. I think someone posted my video that I uploaded today, Someone posted that on the Reddit, and I think it got deleted by the mods, so I don't think they're even allowing anyone to say anything vaguely negative. I don't think I was that negative, actually, though. I was just pointing out things that I think most people would agree with it. And what's really weird with Dirt 4, actually, is I think the Rallycross is actually pretty good in general, and the setup of it, and the multiplayer netcode, graphics and everything. They should have just done a separate Rallycross game. Totally separate, and then just done the stage generation as DLC for Dirt Rally, or roll out a Dirt Rally 2 and do it as an early access type thing that they did with the previous one. That would have been nice, and then probably maybe we would have been able to sell 2 games then. Who knows? Maybe it might be a licensing thing as to why they did what they did, but it's hard to understand a lot of decisions unless you know what's going on behind the scenes. I'll probably get into trouble, but I'll take it. Don't think Codemasters are going to be giving me any keys for games to review anytime soon, which is a shame because I'm excited to try that new Micro Machines game. I'll probably buy that. That's one of the risks on YouTube. If you're not anodyne with everything, and you're not a complete yes man for everything, or you don't cover anything negatively. If you say anything negative, you're burning bridges. And, you know, it makes sense from the business perspective. Why would they give promotional keys to someone that might say something negative? It's obviously not going to add to sales. So that's why I think on YouTube people tend to be very positive on everything, because it's going to make you more money on balance. Be hyperactive, edit it, and be positive. But I'm only positive when I've been bribed, so if a developer sends me money, I'll say positive things, you know. It's all about, it's about the money and the bribery. You've got to be bribed. If you're going to be bribed, you might as well be bribed by a large sum of money. Kunos, for example, send me thousands of pounds every month. Just to say, where's he going? Just to have me stream, you know, literally thousands of pounds rolling in money from Kunos. We've got 2 minutes left here. You wish. Dave Bone in front of me. He's going slow. It's Dave Bone on the telephone. I'm going to try and drive a bit more aggressive, a bit faster, but I'm still bloody slow in this car. What's going on? What is wrong with me? Dave Bone, watch out! Oh, we still got one more lap here. That's nice. So long as Dave Bone doesn't drive into us. Oh, Sean Cole's alright. I like Sean Cole because he's got a really good American accent. I'm not going to do my impression again. I like him. He doesn't really. They don't really review games though, does he? I think it's more just simulation equipment and stuff. So you know, it's not like he has to. You know, he's not like a super duper popular YouTuber, so. I don't think any of the sim racers are. I think Empty Box has probably done the best in terms of notoriety. And then Matt Malone on the sim racing side. Jimmy B-Boy, he's doing good actually for himself. He'll be a super mega star soon. It'll be awesome. We'll have a British sim racer that's actually popular on YouTube. Miracle. But yeah, I don't think there's not any really well known in terms of the actual overall, you know, in terms of all of YouTube driving sim racers. So can you imagine PewDiePie sat in a sim rig? Oh dear, that would be quite funny. Soft or medium? Run mediums. Well, Jimmy B's cheating because he's got chickens. Once you've got chickens, you can't compete with that. That's instant success. I mean, I don't know why he hasn't put the chickens on his sim rig, to be honest. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be using my chickens to their full potential. He flashes them. He does flash his chickens in some of his videos, but he doesn't, you know, he's not maximising. But of course, maybe he doesn't want to get too famous too quickly. So he'll wait for the perfect moment, and then someone will do a large donation in one of his streams, and his chickens will be right out. Hi, William Marsh. See, I've remembered your name now. Thank you. You're welcome. You need to get your sim racing system. You do. Get it sorted out. First race and sim racing system. Nice. And you got the GT3 race as well later. And the 2 splits on that will actually be really big, both of them. So it shouldn't really matter which split you end up in on that, due to it. You know, GT3 is popular, and Aussie Stig, being an upside down man, is popular as well. So that'll do. Tyres, slick medium, whatever. Defaults. You know, if we survive, if we end up with a car pointing in the right direction after the first 3 laps, it's all good. 32 signed up to the GT3, but there'll be like another 20 once this race is finished, because you can only sign up to one thing at a time. It's going to be like 50, 60 drivers. It's going to be fantastic. Time a kangaroo down, sport time. Okay, red light, here we go. Formula bathtub. Formula bathtub warm-up race. Richard D's in front of us. Sebastian Brunier. Oh, Sebastian Brunier from the stream. He's fast. Let's hope he doesn't slosh his bathtub water over the top of his cockpit. We get right on Sebastian's tail. I'm tempted to drive into him just to wind him up, because he is faster than us. Whatever's, you know, psychological. We need to get a psychological event. Oh, someone's hit the curb and gone flying. What? Oh, no. No, why would he hit me and not take out Sebastian? We managed to kind of just get away with that, though. The car in front of us hit the curb in and just ricocheted off it. That would have probably been a nose cone smashed to smithereens if Kunos had deformation damage. Oh, come on. We need to get back to Sebastian Brunier. As I say, it's all about the psychological racing here. We need to get our nose cone right into his exhaust pipe. Get out of my way. We need to pass you. Sorry. Okay, we can't pass this guy. Oh dear, that's a little bit close. We need VR for that situation. Billy Strange. Yeah, we should get some of those other guys to join in on Sim Racing System. I think the thing is, Sim Racing System is, it's got the convenience, it works, and it's cheap. And so basically you get the advantages of iRacing from it. Bernard Hepstein! Oh no, someone else who watched the stream, he's had an accident. Yeah, you get the kind of convenience that you get from the iRacing thing, but it doesn't cost you £250,000. And so everyone can just take part. You know, it's simple and it works. Well, someone's gone off to the pits. Who is it? Can't see them. We've got Burns Tuxton. Tuxhorn on our outside, and he's gone too hot into there. We'll go up the inside. We've just hit the curb in a bit hard. He's still there. We were a little bit slow through that. Someone's just done a bit of a drift. It's practically night time on this circuit. The sun has set. Why are the names a different colour? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They go green when they go across start finish line. It might be to do with them being slow or something, or I don't know. trying to get past him. This guy's got a bad... Oh, the ping, I think it is. Because this guy's ping is clearly awful because he's, you know, his car's all over the bloody shop. Schrodinger's race car. Yellow flags up front. Someone's had a spin. Let's hope it's Sebastian Brunier. I'm only mean to him because he is fast. Oh, no! Oh, what? No! Oh, I've just caused a total disaster all because of that guy. Now we're going backwards. Car's practically stalled. What was he doing? I think damage is low, so we're okay. What a disaster. I thought we'd avoided him there. And then the other guy lagged into him. What a mess. But fortunately damage is on so low that it's not really affected us. But 13th, we'll work our way forwards. That is the one bad thing, that you have to qualify in the top sort of 10 or so, or, you know, you're going to get caught up in accidents. Oops, scratching my foot driving into a wall. I think racing is pretty good on sim racing system. I don't think people are necessarily the fastest in general, but if you watch these sort of lower tier racing on TV in real life, you know, people lose it on corners, and you see pretty crazy accidents. So you don't see people wrecking so much. Hi Ramzotto, welcome along. Guten Tag, bonjour. Let's try and get back on the tail of these guys. I was having a nice chilled out race there. I was hoping to get back onto Sebastian's tail, give him a bit of a knock in. And then we had a car side on into us. More yellow flags. Who's behind us? Daniel Marty. Where is he going? What is that guy doing? Someone's doing a bit of an off-road excursion there. Oh, hang on. Since when have you been sim racing? I assume you mean when did it start? I don't know. Probably 2007 or so? 2007, I guess. I played driving games obviously before that, but that was when I got first force feedback wheel. That can, when you get your first force feedback wheel is probably the start of your sim racing. The start of the downward spiral of despair. The beginning of spending too much money on equipment. It starts off with a second-hand steering wheel and it only gets worse. Moral of the story is never let someone give you or sell you for cheap a second-hand steering wheel, because they know what they're doing. It's like a drug dealer giving you a bit of, you know, giving you a little bit of crack out. No, you're not getting past. Get them hooked, and before you know it, they've spent all their money on pedals and sim rigs and rubbish. Struggling for grip a bit. Carno inside. Please don't drive into me, Mr. I can't see your name. Rick Green, I think it is. Whoa! Just locked up the wheel to touch there. There we go, he's had an accident. Patrick Gevin, I think his name is. Cars in front having a bit of a rougher tuffle. 13 minutes left. We've got time to catch up and get some places back. This isn't public server racing. Normally, people do tend to abide by flags and what have you in sim racing system, but you know, this is the hourly sim racing system race, so it's not as tight as the organised, you know, the once a week races like my series and Aussie Stig's GT3 and some of the other ones, because with those events there's more people in them, so the splits are larger, so the less skilled drivers tend to end up on the other split. And also, you find with GT3 cars, people are normally a little bit better with them because then you know, then I mean, this car is totally glued and planted, but with the GT3 cars, you really have to be doing something very wrong to lose control. I'm going to totally crash now I've said that. Look at this, we're back on the tail of Bernd Hebstein. There's a yellow flag. Someone's gone off into the sand there. We've got a car making a move on our right. Let's block that off a bit late. And look at this, hustle and tussle. Let's see if we can get past this without causing an accident. Dave Bone, Savary Sepper and Bernd Hebstein all fighting away. We're going to try to go around the outside of Mr. Byrne. Oh God, there's 4 cars. This is not good. This is awesome. Car to our right, 2 cars in front, car going on the grass, in the draft. Get ready. Sneak on through. Oh dear, there's cars everywhere. This is going to be a bad corner here. Let's trying to get past, trying to avoid accidents, and trying not to lose too much time. We've got 1 car because he just drove off the road. So we've got 3 positions in front of us. 10 minutes left. This is what all to play for. Pretty good close driving. So on a public server, on a general box standard public server, I think that probably would have ended in tears. You see, people are generally driving pretty good, give or take. As I say, if you watch real world racing on TV, it's often a lot worse. 7 Sepper in front of us in 10th place. Hopefully he is our next victim as the tyres start to go off a bit. It would be nice if Kunos picked up Sim Racing System, just put it in the game, gave everyone rankings. That would be really nice. Don't know why they haven't. Well, I can understand why they haven't, but they should. Sun setting over the sand dunes. If you look to your left, you can see Max Verstappen getting a suntan. There he is. Yellow flag. Who is it? And can we capitalise? No, I think someone just tapped the grass a bit. Yeah, he is going to be our next victim. He's probably going to end up with a tyre in his helmet. Push the car through there. Yellow flag, here we go. This is, oh, 2 places, 3 places. Look at that, it's a disaster for those cars. But it's good for us. Let's go a bit deep into that. We'll take it, up into 8th place we go, thank you. Nice birthday present there. Don't know what happened there, I think someone probably spun it, hitting the inside of the curb in, and then managed to collect everyone else. Which normally would be really bad, but as it didn't hit me, it was really good. Those of you watching the stream and have Sim Racing System accounts, don't forget to sign up for the GT3 race, which is starting in 30 minutes. Should be good. bouncing all over the place. Hi Tuna No Crust, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? How you doing on this nice warm day for a change? Look at that, we're almost half a second up. Try and drive a bit more aggressively here. We've got 6 minutes left. We can get some good laps in. Oh yeah, the 24 hours of Le Mans is this weekend, and it's you can just watch that online. You don't need Sky or anything, so that should be good to watch. Look at that, half a second up. We're obviously driving this car terribly. Was that on public servers, not on iRacing? People tend to struggle with those prototypey cars on public servers. I think because they lure you into a false sense of security and then they suddenly bite. It's like canoeing with crocodiles. You feel safe and then you capsize your canoe and before you know it, your head's been wrenched off. Oh, come on, side-by-side action in front. Can't see who it is. Suspension broken. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Thanks for giving me the place. It's Rod Slow Zawalda in front of us. 4 minutes left, probably 2 or 3 laps depending on where the front runner is. See if we can catch him. Oh, we're powered through there. Oh, here we go, yellow flag. Seppa's made a big mistake. He's tried to rejoin the track and he's just hit into Ralso Zawada. We're going to give him space. And thank you, Mr. Severy Seppa, for just absolutely destroying Mr. Zawaldi and nabbing him into the wall there. Well, you know, thank you for giving us that place for free. Let's hope we can get with Mr. Severy here. Oh, what is he doing? He's gone wide. He put a wheel on the grass and he's just gone off the kebab shop there. He must have seen a special offer on the pita breads, and he was like, okay, I'll have that. Well, so much for a nice, tight, interesting battle to the finish line. But I'll accept it. We'll take the points. Radal Zawabi behind us still. I say his name different every time. It's too long. Anyone know when Le Mans starts and when to watch it? It'll be on YouTube. The best thing I find for Le Mans is it starts at 12 o'clock, I think. Well, it might start at 2 PM. I think it might be midday. But the best thing I find to do is you find that the different teams, like Audi often stream it on their YouTube channel. Someone else does as well, but There's also Radio Le Mans, and they do a live stream. But basically, if you find a good onboard and you just pop that on, that's normally a really nice way to watch it, because you sort of see it from the driver's perspective, and then you have the other view on. And as I said, they're either on the Audi website have it, but they also stream it on YouTube. So that's the nice thing. It's a really good sort of casual thing to just pop on the TV. Well, honestly, on the TV on your computer. Just put it on a separate monitor, have it running in the background. Listen out for screaming when someone inevitably drives the car into one of the lower class cars because they're starting to get tired or they weren't concentrating. I am, yes. I'm in the Simatec K2 cockpit. It seems to be holding up all right. It does. It shakes a bit when there's massive forces going through the wheel, and I'm holding the wheel steady. But given how small and narrow the sim rig is, I don't think, you know, unless I was to bolt it to a wall, or unless I was to get a lot more expensive sim rig. This rig's only 200. It's 260 quid. It's like 300 euros or something with postage. If you were to, you know, you would probably have to spend £300-400 to get a rig that would be more stable or than this rig to use with the direct drive wheel. So I think it's really good. I'm happy with it. I did have to drill holes into the steering wheel plate to use the SW20 brackets that you get when you buy the SW20. But that wasn't too hard. Just use a power drill with some cobalt coated drill heads. But yeah, a pretty, for the easily the best value rig for the price. Still, I still haven't seen any others come out and pip them in terms of value for money. It is, yeah, it's totally smooth, completely smooth. Not when you're obviously driving and you're going over bumps and things, but in terms of if you've got it off, or if you're driving a car, it's counter steering. The wheel is completely free. It's actually really nice, even smoother than like a G25, for example. I'm surprised Simatec haven't put the price up of the rigs. I don't know why they are selling them so cheap. Yeah, they aren't made, I think they're made in Portugal, so maybe that's how they've kept the cost down. Just splurge on it. Yeah, even out of more expensive rigs, I don't know any other rigs that, you know, I think the next rigs up, you either an 80-20 rig, doing your own sort of rig might be better if you could make sure the front was really quite wide, or you could make a really structured 80-20 rig, but that's still going to cost you £300 or so, if not more. So yeah, I need to look into it again to see if there are any other small companies making good solid rigs. But no, you know, normally people message me and they'll say, "Oh no, this rig looks really good. It's really good price," and I'll check it out, and nothing's really stood out, to be honest. Hello, Tuga M Bristol, designer Portugal. Yeah, G25 is a good wheel. I used the G25 for 5 or 6 years. And it was still working. I'd sold it after that. Good piece of kit. Can't go wrong with the G25. I think the G25 was even better than the G27. I don't like the G29. It actually came with the shifter. It is a good wheel. I'm not lying. It's an amazing wheel. When it came out as well. Oh, we finished in 5th. Fantastic. When the G25 came out, it was so much better than anything else on the market. And it's got a leather rim on it. I mean, you know, you get shifter, leather rim, everything else, all good. Well, we've just finished in 5th place, and that's the end of that race, and we're going now to Aussie Stigs. Not bad. That's good. Yeah, so for £100, I think for £100 G29, that's a really good price to pay for it. So, yeah, it's hard to find it sometimes at that price, though. You know how to overclock it. You just load up Afterburner and then push those numbers up. Push the numbers up. 40 people registered. I'm going to go for the Ferrari this time. Ferrari 458 GT3, because we drove the Porsche last time. I'm going to mix things up. We'll go for the Ferrari. What colour? What colour Ferrari? These are the hard questions that people have to answer. You know, when you that looks nice. When you're super loaded, you're like, I'd really like a Ferrari for my race team. What colour shall we have? Oh dear. Well, that's nice as well. I'm gonna get the live. That looks gorgeous. I think we'll take that. It says on the stream. It says in the description on the stream, I think. It says somewhere. Let me just select this. So we're going to go for the Ferrari 458. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, actually, it's not by this order, so... Probably the worst car. Doesn't look like that many people have gone for it. A couple of people have. A lot of people with the BMW Z4, but I don't like that car. It's really dull. Ferrari, Porsche, Ferrari... BMW Audi. Yeah, it seems to be a mix of a lot of people gone for the Z4. It's a reasonable mix, actually. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm happy to drive this. We're not going to be at the top anyway because I'm a bit of a tootle. Hello. So, we need a setup from Sebastian Brunier. Where are you? Where are you, Mr. Brunier? There he is. Sebastian, can I have a Ferrari 458 setup for Brands Hatch GP, please? You have to test it, Sloppy. You need to get... there's like a demo. You need to test it before you do. If you use those settings that are on my YouTube, those are lower than before. I was getting quite a few notches lower than before I was getting issues. But it's entirely card dependent. So... you need to test it. I can't remember the... there's a demo you can run, and then you can put the settings on. You can leave it on for half an hour, see if it has any issues. Though, from my understanding, as long as you've not changed the BIOS voltages for the graphics card, at worst, it should just shut down your computer. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because it's down to the chips. It's just luck of the chip. You know... You can buy exactly the same graphics card, exactly the same processors, and some of them overclock better than others. So that's why you kind of have to just test it. But the settings I'm running aren't exactly amazing from what I understand, from what other people have done. I think people have run them a lot higher. So do you remember with my 10, what was it, my 9... Was it my 970? And I literally put it all on max and the computer just shut down straight away. Sebastian... What's the point of you being on this chat and being on the stream if you haven't done the research? I mean, why would you even bother taking part if I can't steal setups off you? I mean, really, this relationship's only going one way at the moment. I'm not impressed. Need my camera to adjust the brightness. Let's make myself a bit darker. There we go. Oh, seems to think I'm Jesus. I'm glowing, and then the background comes in. Oh, well, I've not got that car. Couldn't afford it. I had to go for the Ferrari in the end because I like the paint colour. And let's put some music back on and get hyped for this race. Not that. That's terrible. I think we need some house music. We should put some Dutch house on. There you go. I feel like I'm playing PGR now. That's better. I don't know, Zero Skill. You might need this music's horrendous. I don't know if are there any cars in this. Oh, you might need the Porsche cars to be able to join this. So yeah, you might need the Porsche. But you're gonna buy. You need to buy everything for Assetto Corsa, I'm afraid. It's not that expensive. You spent £250,000 on iRacing. Yeah, you might need to buy the Porsche pack. It's only like £2 or £3. Or maybe you need the Lamborghini as well. You're being Kunost. This is just like iRacing now. This is how they get you. Why? I'm practically invisible here. Let's turn the brightness up on the webcam. The DLCs last forever, and you can play them offline with AI. So you know, and you get at least like what, 10 cars. 7 times 5. It's not that bad. Oh dear. I don't know. I just buy them every time they come out. I've been sucked into the Kunos way of doing things. Let's just make myself a bit brighter. This music's so bad. I mean, there we go, a bit of background. Well, you use iRacing, don't you? So, you know, for you, it should be cheap. iRacing, you spend that much a month just to play on the service. Why am I glowing like a pickle? I love the music. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea to wait for the summer sale. 54 drivers, yeah. I expect. I could say business account. There you go. Actually, you could justify. I mean, you've just started doing the button box business. You've presumably got. I don't know if you've got an accountant yet. Presumably you do. But if you've got a room that you use for your work, that's an office. That's a quarter of your bills sorted right there. Tax write-off. So there you go. That's this. And this is a tax write. This is work. So sorted. Your 3D printer. That's another tax write-off. 30% depreciation. Done. Oh, and William Marsh from Sim Racing Paddock's joining in as well. Don't forget to check out his website and follow him on YouTube as well. Sim Racing Paddock. Paddock. 2 printers. Is that so you can print the front and the back of the button box, or do you print 2 button boxes at once? It depends how extreme you're feeling. It depends if you're button boxing on the limit or not. There seems to be a lot of BMWs in this race. We're going to be rocking it with our Ferrari. I don't care what the people are driving. Ferrari all the way. It's like 2 people with a Ferrari. Hang on. How many Ferraris have we got? 1. 2. 3. 4, 5, 6. I know they've got the Ferrari 488. Oh, I went for Ferrari 488. I thought it was 458. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's a lot of BMWs. There's like 12, 13 BMWs. Yeah, the server will be split up based on your rating, I guess. You'll be in the bottom split. But, you know, that's the price you pay for not getting... For not being fully invested in sim racing system. But hopefully, those of you in the bottom split, you know, a couple of races, you'll be in the top split in no time. 56 drivers. Sim racing system is going to go into meltdown here. There you go. Sebastian Brunier knows his cars. I'm tempted to change car. A lot of people driving the Porsche. No, we'll go for the Ferrari. We'll do it. Next week we'll try a different car if it's terrible. Late adopter. He's still playing on the Wii. 5 minutes left to register. The Porsche's good. I ran the Porsche last week. It's nice and stable. It's an easygoing car. It does the job. Brands Hatch GP as well. Fantastic circuit. Not that far from where I live at the moment. Oh, you got the Switch. Rocket League's coming out for the Switch now. It's probably the best game for it. Rocket League, the new Zelda, but you can play that on the Wii U. And that's it, really. And the new Mario looks like it might be interesting. Give it 2 years, I'll probably pick one up myself. When it's reduced. And they've fixed all the screen issues. And the charger issues. There's a good mix of cars here. There's not many people driving the Lamborghini though. 4 people. That car is brutal. It's just the back end just flies out in the Lamborghini. I've not driven the Nissan GTR. Isn't that the car that's in R Factor 2 though? I think I've driven it in that. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's not a particularly fast car or something. I'm not sure, Tuna No Crust. People are weird with the cars they pick. Those of you watching on YouTube, if you don't mind, if you could go on Twitch, that would be cool. That would be helpful. Boost our Twitch numbers. Though, if Twitch runs like crap for you, don't bother, obviously. Of course you don't have to, but you know, I'm saying if you don't, someone might come around and break your kneecaps, you know. Just saying. Who else is playing ASSETTO CORSA on Twitch? Just me. I know we've got some other random people. No one else seems to be streaming this race though, unfortunately. Your wish is my... Oh, thank you. How much time's left? Not long. 3 minutes to go. Josh the boss. I didn't see your stream, Will. No way, man. 59 people registered. Everyone loves a bit of GT3. Everyone loves a bit of upside down racing. Not many kangaroos in Brands Hatch, though. I mean, the thing I was thinking to, I've been offered to not partner, but the affiliate, Twitch affiliate thing. I was thinking of doing it, but then you have to stream only to Twitch, and I think YouTube's better for streaming in many ways. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll do about that. Thanks, Temski11. Thanks, guys that did. Thanks for boosting me old Twitch numbers. Old school Twitch. So yeah, I'm not really decided what to do. What I really like with YouTube though is how it automatically records it, saves it, and then I can, it's a video that I can upload. And I know there's a lot of people that like to watch the races, but they can't watch them live, so it's nice to just have it there, and they can click the button and watch it when they feel like it. 12 people for server 3. There's 61 people. I might even get relegated to server 2 at this rate because we're too bad. I think Sim Racing System has custom skins as well, but you need to download a separate tool, so we need to sort that out for the next race. We have a nice Game of Muscle logo on the vehicle. But, Sim Racing System is picking up in popularity, I think. Obviously this GT3 series is really popular, but our races we do each week, pretty popular, and then every time, sort of 7 to about 10 PM, the races normally have at least 20 people in, so pretty good. Rating will position you in the splits. Your actual rating will depend if you're in the top or bottom split. Talk to you later, Sim Racing Paddock. He's gone full race mode now. He's gone to visualise the track. Sat there in his sim rig, imagining what Brands Hatch could possibly be like. Obviously, William Marsh lives in America, so you can't picture the rain and sheer miserable depression of the United Kingdom to its full extent. But he's trying, bless him. He is trying. It might be a new record. It's the thought of all those kangaroo burgers. People can't resist it. Four minutes. Just a boss. Did you just miss joining in? Here we go. Hopefully this works. I'm expecting a server meltdown. Champagne for everyone. Yeah, it does splits, Daniel Brambilla. There's not enough pits for 61 people. There's not enough space on the track at Brands Hatch for 61 people. The cars would all be like bunched up. I don't know how many cars you could fit around the circuit actually. This thought. Oh no, I thought that was a join sound. It was just the music. Let's turn the music off here. Okay. Should be able to join in a second. Fasten your seatbelts. Not even on the grandstands. Now, if you are joining the race and the join button doesn't work or it doesn't load, remember you can go to the server list and join manually. So that's always an option. If you had to change settings, for example, as well, that's an option as well. And as long as the race hasn't started, then it should work. Let's see what happens. Click the button. Loading track. Oh, there we go. We've loaded in, I think. See, damage is on 60%. 100% fuel. Tyre wear 100%. Tyre blankets. Yes. So tyre should be grippy at the start. Jump start penalties. Drive through. Just need to... Oh, listen to that exhaust pipe bubbling away. We need to move our camera forwards a bit here. See. Now the camera probably looks as if it's a bit high. That's because my TV is really high, for those of you wondering why I'm running with an absurdly high camera. Brands Hatch, here we go. This is going to be carnage. Oh my god, this car's got really heavy force feedback. Surprisingly heavy force feedback. Normally you expect GT cars are pretty tame. Sorry, Elliot. At least if you get it signed up and everything, at least you'll be good for the next week's races. And as I say, once you are signed up, you should be good. Oh, this car's a little bit sliding. Whoa! Back wants to get stuck in on this. Let's see if we've got ABS on. Traction control. Okay, do we need that many settings for ABS? Let's run it on easy mode. Hi, Alex Blob. Whoa! That's going to be interesting in the race. Turn this force back up a touch. Fast but not easy. Well, we've got the direct drive wheel to cheat, so there goes the sign. Let's try that. Put the force back up a bit. Stronger force feedback makes the self-aligning easier, corrects the car easier, but also breaks the wrist, so you can choose between pain and easy or hard and comfort. Okay, well we'll see you tuning in, Cross. We'll give it a bit of a tweak. You should be able to, Munapa. There's 10 minutes qualifying. But this car's already sliding on prime tyres out of the pit, so definitely gonna have to be careful and watch out for that. Also, Brands Hatch being the tight nippy circuit that it is, we're going to have to really qualify up high up in order to avoid the accidents that are going to be happening. I'm quite happy with this car though. It's a lot more slidey than the Porsche, but you know, it's got a sexy paint job and that's all that matters. It feels really nice and stable though, and easy to catch. We did some giant drifts down the straight and we were all good. Okay, McNapper, Brett Hellran. I'll try not to take you out. Did you put softs on? I haven't. I might do for qualifying though. This is just a practice. I was just getting out of the track. Okay, here we go. Qualifying. Let's get some fuel down. We need to get a good lap in here. I might do qualifying on softs, actually. We'll slick soft. We'll give it a go. Let's put this down to 5 laps of fuel, and we'll just go for it. Here we go for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Aussie Stig's GT3 round 2 qualifying. We've got to get a good position here if we want to not die on the out lap. So, on the first lap of the race. Let's get a banker lap in first. Soft tyres. Someone's gone into the wall and teleported back to the pits already. To try and... Oh dear. We need to get a little bit of a gap. We've got cars all over behind us though. I'm just going to have to go for it this lap, I think. Maybe if I slow down, these guys behind me will actually slow down. No. There we go. Use your brains, guys. What is he doing? Think about it. Why don't they... There we go. I think they are thinking now. Spread out. There we go. Spread out, guys. Use your noggin. Now we've got a gap in front of us. And the cars behind, hopefully, are thinking about that as well. I did put softs on for this, yeah. Here we go. First flying lap. Let's try and get a good banker in. It's busy on the circuit. Full grid of cars, so it's going to be difficult to get a good lap in. So we need to make this a good one. No! Move out of the way, please, because you've ruined your lap. Oh, no, yeah, I don't know how easy it's going to be to get a good lap in. Oh, that's nice. That was nice of him, thank you. He moved out of the way, that was really nice of him. See, people on here actually are really quite courteous. I mean, in fact, you know, you can't really expect people to just move out of the way. Oh dear, that was terrible. So it's nice when they do. It's got such a dull engine though, it's quite hard to hear when it's in a happy gear as you're learning things. We've got a good gap in front of us for another qualifying lap. I think we might get 2 or 3 more laps in for qualifying, which is nice. Understeer. It's okay. Almost half a second up. Oh, Dingle Dell. Always a bit of a handful. Seems like we can actually take the piss with this car quite a bit. You know, it's quite forgiving. Fifth place. Still plenty of time for other people to improve their lap time, so we need to improve ours. But we've got a good banker lap in, I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with that. Didn't want to drift that. High turbo power. I'm going to go to the pits actually. I think we've got a good banker lap in there. I'm now going to put the tyres on that we're going to use in the race, so I've got a little bit of... So I'm ready for them. So I know what to expect. Normally, you'd probably want to do this beforehand, so you've got an idea without having to compromise qualifying time, but... Let's give this a go. Shift on the last yellow light, once on the red ones. Okay, good tip. Thank you, Tuna No Crust. Let's see if we can join the track without ruining these guys' laps. There we go. Sorry, Martin Nelson. Bloody hell, force feedback loads up so much at speed. Absolutely incredible, the force feedback with this SW20. I mean, a car, it feels like I'm actually driving a car. I think we're going to get 2 laps here. We're back in 9th place, so I really want to be in a sort of 5th, 6th. Would be ideal. I actually prefer the envelope of these medium tyres, you know. Does it feel like I'm hitting a wall? No, unfortunately, it doesn't feel like I'm hitting a wall. I'm hitting the skill wall, if that's what you mean. I'm sorry about the shifting, guys. Try and get the shift right. Oh, someone's lagging out though. That could be an issue in the race. Martin Nielsen seems to be having network problems. Yeah, you notice with these tyres going into the corners on the brakes, the car's more willing when you're trail braking to start sliding. That seems to be the biggest. More understeer as well compared to the softs. Botch that. Oh no. Oh yeah, DJ Phil, I do. I like it quite heavy. But yeah, it depends what I'm doing. I mean, I probably could tweak those dirt settings a bit more. How they were was mostly just to like remove some of the oscillation problems I was having. But yeah, you probably are. I think you're probably right. A little bit on the Hulk side. Thanks for following. Someone just clicked the follow button. Didn't mean to go to first there. We're up. That corner, Sutrees, I think it is. That's a difficult corner with these tyres. See that? I mean, the wheel just caught that for us, so I'm pretty hopeful for the race that we should be alright in terms of general not losing control of the car, even if we do something really bad. But, you know, we qualified in 11th here. Not the best of places, but we'll just have to accept it. Hi BRT, welcome. You just joined in time for the race. So here we go. Qualifying finished. Qualified in 11th. Not the best of places to qualify. We're probably going to be making use of the ambulance. Lucky that they parked it there just for us. 20-minute race. Softs won't. No, I don't think they will. Maybe, but I don't think they will. From past experience, I wouldn't put them on because in AC they tend to just burn up. I'm going to go on mediums though. I'm going to play it safe. I'm happy with the mediums. I'm driving the Ferrari 488 GT3. This is Brands Hatch, yes, Ryan Wood. We are all ready to go here. Drinking while driving. Hi, Yulia. Yeah, a little bit. Whoa, we just dropped onto the start-finish line there. Don't know if you guys can hear that. Like we just bottomed out the suspension. Okay, slick mediums. They will do. Too much fuel, but that will do. Here we go. So, here we are at the Aussie Stig GT3 Sim Racing System race. We've qualified in 13th. We've gone down. And 20 minutes is the length of the race. Brands Hatch is the circuit. Ferrari 488 GT3. We are, of course, using the SW20 direct drive wheel. Sim-dash gear, large button box on the Umtracento rim. And we're in the Simatec K2 cockpit with the PT1 pedals. And a Vauxhall Corsa car seat. As the lights go on the screen, let's get ready, boys and girls. German nightclub on the dash. That's how you get into the mood for a race. Oh no, Daniel Kirk's jumped the start. And the car in front of us has disappeared. That's 2 places. I'll accept it, thank you. Absolute disaster for those drivers. Let's see if we can get through this without too much of an issue. Most people joining this service seem to be driving the BMW Z4 as we understeer a bit. Kurt Wagner in a bit of a sandwich with Olivo. Fernando V Silva, we're having to slow down a lot here because he's having to slow down a lot. It's a domino effect of incredibly expensive vehicles. I'm going to move to the left here, block off the inside line, and hopefully we seem to have survived the first 2 corners. It's a miracle. And we've also moved up 2 places. We'll see what happens when we get to Dingle Dell. That's the corner that tends to murder a lot of vehicles. And we've managed to survive that. I wasn't hopeful at the beginning, but we're doing okay. We're into 10th place. Fernando V Silva in front of us. We've just selected the wrong gear. Let's concentrate a bit here. Fernando V Silva cutting the circuit completely though. He might have got a penalty. Kurt Wagner in front of him. If he has got a penalty, he's going to have to get rid of it soon because there's only a couple of corners left. So there he goes. Absolute disaster. He just took too much of that corner and he's had to give up probably about 5 places. You know, luckily we saw that because it gave us a chance to move out of the way, expecting him to have to do the penalty. But let's move on up. First lap started in 11th. We're now in 9th. Kurt Wagner in front of us. 18 minutes on the clock. Not a bad start. Ferrari 488 GT3 for the win here. There's only 4 other people on this server with this car. The car with the best paint job, quite frankly. It's all about this light blue, shiny metallic paint job. And there's car contact in front of us. Oliver Gray in 7th place, bumping Martin. I can't see the names because they're all slightly obscured there by the fact that everyone's bumped together. Oh, Kurt Wagner having a bit of car contact there. That will have cost him some points. Every contact, you lose 5 points on the sim racing system. So if you bump, you actually, you know, 2 or 3 bumps, and you still, if you win, you're still going to not find yourself at the top of the charts for this series. So you've got to be careful. Martin Nielsen, Oliver Greyer, Kurt Wagner, and then ourselves. just shuffling along as we run a little bit wide there. I was expecting a bit more grip. That wasn't good. Let's defend on the inside. Saved by Dingledell. Whoa, it seemed to be a little bit slidey here. We're going to have to be careful. We need to concentrate through those corners. We've got a bit more speed than I was expecting. Almost lost a place there. Oh, but there's been a disaster up front. Maybe that mistake of ours has stopped us from accidentally getting caught up in that crash. Who is it that slid off? I'm not sure. Didn't catch the name, but that's put us in 8th place. Tactical running wide there. See, it's that kind of, again, these Game of Muscle tips. You might think it was a really stupid mistake to run wide off the circuit, but, you know, it was all planned for. It was all part of the 4D chess game plan there. So let's try and get back on Kurt Wagner's tail. I'm going to concentrate for a little bit. We've got to try and maintain the tyres as well in this vehicle. 16 minutes. 4 minutes gone. Dirt. Front car's cutting the circuit. Yeah, we can totally launch through Dingledell. Two seconds up on our best lap. That's how slow we've been going. The key with these GT3 cars is to be super, super, super smooth. The banner's upside down because we're on Aussie Stig's race series, and Aussie Stig is, of course, Australian, where everything is upside down, but it appears the right way around for them. So for him, that looks totally normal. It's a classic joke, a joke that never gets old. It's the sort of dead horse joke. Oh, don't want to bounce over that too much. God, just understeering through that. Antoine Jacquet's behind us, our arch nemesis. Oh no, gotta watch out. Antoine Jacquet is faster than us most of the time. He's going to be looking for a way through, so we need to be careful. Oh, there's a spinner. Tomzanski Sadat has lost control and he's right in front of us now. 7th place, looks like it's in grasp. See, this is the thing, you make one mistake on this circuit and you're going to lose 10 places. So, a lot of it is just keeping the car pointed forwards. Traction control doing the work for us there. Yellow flag, that might be another spinner. It is! It's Bert Holland and he's stuck in the middle of the circuit. What's he doing? He's just given up. That's another position. He's just parked in the circuit. Maybe his computer disconnected. I don't know. I don't know. Not good for him, but I'll take it. Another place. We're almost in the points. I say in the points, I mean you get points for every place in Sim Racing System, but in terms of Formula 1 format, old Formula 1 format, we're almost in points. Get on the tail of Thomas Stig as our tyres slide out a little bit there. We've got to be careful. Bloody PC crash. Was that you that was on Sutries? You just stopped. Oh no. I'll accept it. These mistakes from people are what get me the places. Can't afford to slide around that corner like we just did there. It cost us too much time. McNapper having a breakdown. Your disaster is my advantage. This is how I managed to get through the grid. It's through attrition of all the other drivers running out of fuel, computers crashing, dying of old age, and eventually we somehow end up finishing the race vaguely towards the front of the grid. And our tyres are a little bit slidey here. We'll watch out for this. Almost at the halfway point of the race here. I need to start pushing a bit harder. Antoine Jacquet seems to be struggling. He's not as fast as he normally is. He's behind us. He's not exactly nibbling at our toes. Oh dear. Tyres slightly going off there. Psychological battle there. We made Antoine Jacquet run a bit wider than he was probably wanting to because he was following our line. Oh no! Oh my god! Saved by the wheel. When in doubt, let go of the steering wheel. We hit the curbing a bit hard there. Too much sausage and the car wasn't happy. Antoine Jacquet's right on the tail. I spoke too soon. Look at him. Bit of a slide through there. Oh no, I'm struggling with the tyres already, and there's still 9 minutes to go. Mark Pox disconnected. Aussie Stig. Aussie Stig has left the server. Oh no, what a disaster. I don't know what's happened to him. That's not good. He's probably been eaten by a kangaroo or attacked by a black widow spider. Maybe a snail stung him. The risks of being an Australian in a sim rig. I'm just coasting this car. Don't trust it with these tyres now. Don't want to lose a place to Antoine Jacquet. Punch up in the pit lane friend. Eight minutes left. Whoa, a bit wide there. There we go. I need to come into that wider and then get on the throttle earlier, and we've already gained 10th of a second. Okay, that wasn't good. So slow through that. Antoine Jacquet pushes up on the outside. We should be okay because we're on the inside of this corner here. He can't find a way through. Big mistake from ourselves there. Antoine Jacquet is wanted to get past us. He is normally a little bit faster than us, so it's going to be a case of holding on to the finish line and not making too many big mistakes like we just did. Look at him chomping at the bit in his BMW. Love how the car loads up through that. There we go. That seems like a better line for this vehicle. Learn as you go. Five minutes on the clock. You can see Antoine Jacquet in our little TV screen there. He's still right behind us, waiting for his moment to pounce. So far he's got side by side with us, but not managed to get it to stick. And our lesson for today has been optimising Sutris. Getting almost half a second from that one corner. Unbelievable. Yellow flag. Don't know what's happened. Just going as smooth as possible here. Try and get a gap from Antoine Jacquet, just as a safety net. 3 minutes left, probably about 2 or 3 laps to go. Hi Gutschen, Allah, welcome to the stream. Holding on to 7th at the moment. Oh, a bit wide. I just see Antoine Jacquet still in our mirror, wanting to put pressure on us. We seem to be able to keep this nice little gap at the moment though. 2 laps left, I think. Oh, yellow flag! What's going on? Still a yellow flag. I think someone's had an off. This could be good news for us. Still a yellow flag. Where has he gone off? Probably a back marker. I know I can see some dust in the air. Oh, he's gone to the pit lanes. Is that another place? No, it's a back marker. Don't know who it was. I got a bit optimistic there. We might have gained another place through attrition, but unfortunately not. You can always hope. This has been somewhat chilled out driving at the front. I say front of our little group. Myself and Antoine Jacquet chilling out, having a sandwich. And we need to be careful though, because he's still there in our little TV. And he's going to be pushing as we get to the final laps, as we start understeering that. No, look how close he is. He wants to take a nibble. Oh, I feel like I've got a shark and I don't even have a cage to protect me. Pressure's on. He's got to find a way through though, and this track is hard to overtake. Oh, he's one wide there. He's obviously pushing. He hasn't got Ferrari power. He's in his little flaky BMW. It's not good enough. Leaders on the final lap, so that means we're just about to join the final lap. Race time over. One more lap to go. One more lap to hold on. I'll be happy with the 7th position if we can keep it. I'll accept it. Better than nothing. We started in 11th. Oh, somehow we've suddenly appeared in 6th position. What's going on? I think someone's just died. Someone's spontaneously combusted. I'll accept it. 6th place is nice. 11th to 6th. You know, it shows you how just keeping the car pointing forwards can help. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the sexiest. You just got to keep your car pointed vaguely in the right direction and you're good. But Antoine Jacquet, he's not done. He's not finished. He might be having the last word if we're not careful. Oh, he's pretty close. We're slow through there. Oh no, he's made a mistake as well. Last corner coming up. 6th place celebration. Get the champagne out. Sure, it's not 1st place, but out of all 65 people that registered, I'll accept 6th as we drift that corner. Saved by the wheel again. Antoine Jacquet, let's roll across the finish line. There we go. Antoine Jacquet trying to put pressure on us behind us. And we've got the two, Martin Nielsen, Nick Burr. Let's have a look at the positions there before we quit. Absolutely fantastic racing. Shame it wasn't exactly a battle to the death. But it was good. It was good fun. It was nice pressure. Antoine Jacquet keeping us interesting, keeping the pressure on a bit. Not bad. Let's have a look at the results there. Michael Hellberg, 1st place. Steinwage, 2nd. Martin Nielsen, 3rd. Nick Burr, 4th. Thomas Zick in 5th. Antoine Jacquet behind us. Sebastian Brunier in 8th. What's he doing? He's normally 1st. And look at this, we were the fastest Ferrari. Congratulations to myself. And GT3, starting wide in the 911 GT3, bringing up the GT3s. McLaren at the top. I wonder if the McLaren 650S is actually a good car then. Sebastian Brunier went for that vehicle as well. But that was pretty good. Good fun. So those of you that are watching this as a catch-up video on YouTube, don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to like us, and watch out for our next stream by also subscribing on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, there we go. No sloppy. I don't think we were, because Sebastian Brunier is really good. So we probably were in the top split. I'm not sure. Maybe I was in one split down. We finished in 6th though, so I don't know. Maybe I was in the noob split. Lap times, I don't know. Best lap, hang on. 126, 124, and mine was 126. So maybe the second split. No. The split is done by your ranking from doing the events. I've got cramp in my foot. No. That's not good. Foot cramp. Yeah, so this splits, it's based off your ranking in sim racing system. So you just have to. Yeah, the top people in this are 124s. I think what happens though as well is that this is a new series. So by halfway through this, obviously, everyone gets ranked up. Well, I played quite a lot, so yeah, it's not possible to do it off the qualifying position. That would be ideal, but I think, as I say, what will happen is, especially with these events, as people do more of them, as it gets more popular, then the splits obviously get set up in that way. So it just, it's just on the frequency. Where you have problems is people that are just joining as their first, second, third, fourth race. You're dying. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of right-hand corners on that circuit. So, let's have a look at the standings for that race. How's everyone doing in chat that joined us? Welcome to the stream, those of you that did join halfway through the stream. Let's look at the standings for the GT3 series. So, for those of you that don't know, basically what happens is you get points based off your finish and how many accidents you have. Every time you have a collision, you lose points. So you have to factor that in. It encourages you to drive safely. And we are 4th. Antoine Jacquet is in front of us. Unbelievable. Antoine Jacquet has managed to inch out one place in front. It's literally a couple of points. He's our nemesis. We need to have a punch up in the pit lane. Oh, he's Antoine Jacquet. So, yeah, Ted Haggard is missed the first race, so that's why his ranking's funky. Sebastian Brunier as well, who's normally good. So it's a combination of doing the races, how many contacts you have, and your rankings and things. So it all balances out over the time. You probably had more car contacts. So if you read the instructions, you'll see how the points are done. I've bribed Sim Racing System to give me more points, though. It's only fair. So standings: Stan Wag, Steinwaj, Nick Burr, Antoine Jacquet, myself, Fernando Visilvia, Kurt Wagner, Michael Holberg, Martin Nielsen, Thomas Daniel Kolk, Dan Wilner, Javier Gutierrez, Oliver Owata, Oliver Geyer, Carlos Fernandez Gonzalez, and that's the top 15. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, if you miss a race, you're in trouble. You lose quite a few points for missing a race. Steinwag is a pro. We've got to watch out. But all I'm concerned about is Antoine Jacquet. He's definitely, every race I do, he's definitely either slightly in front of me or slightly behind me. And in that race, he did get ahead of us. Just a touch. All right, so here you go. You can see the incidents here. The average incidents. So we're not doing too bad now. Now, on my race series, we got a lot of incidences, and despite coming in third and fourth, he's put us right at the back. It's not good. Yeah, Sebastian Brun, yeah, but yeah, I think that's the thing. But the ones where it's just once a week, I think it's not too hard to do them. But it's just a balance. I think you just pick ones that you can do, and then with the hourly ones like the Titus, you can just do it whenever. Let's have a look at the fastest laps actually. So here we go. Ted Haggard, 1 minute 24.9. What's this? Is this the lap? Track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what that's about. There's the track. Oh, okay, that is the fastest. I get it. I'm a little bit simplistic. So well done, Ted Haggard, for getting 7th there. Michael Holberg, well done for getting 1st. Stein Wag, even though he won the race, only got the 4th fastest lap. So there you go. That's really cool though. So you not only do you have like the race results and the splits, the splits I think could be better. As you were saying, Sloppy, I think it would be nicer if it was done by quali, but you can't do that in AC anyway. That will improve over time. But the fact that you've got the splits, so in general, more skilled drivers end up in the top split and so on and so on. You've got your race results all saved, your score and your driver ranking that moves up separate to these events as well. So if you were to go and do another race, another event, you're not going to be at the bottom. And then you've got these results with the actual fastest laps to go for as well. So that's really cool. Your rating is less than mine. I'm in split 2. I don't know. I'd probably bribe someone. Oh, thanks for following whoever that was. Where is my rating? Let's have a look. I don't know where you see your own race, your actual rating. Oh, here we go, driver ratings. So, what's your naming game, Mr. Arnoix? So my rate, I'm 54th on the overall thing, 675, and then you've got your accident rating as well, which for me is 3. my accident rating is just like ridiculous. It's terrible. Hi Alex Blob, thanks for following. Joachim Rashuga. Jiao Shim. Okay. I'm never going to be able to say your name properly unless you said it to me. So where are you on this? If you go to your if you click on road rating, whereabouts are you on here? Because I think this is what it's based on. Yeah, Sam Shaw BRT. I can't even find you. It's like finding a name in a haystack. Oh, here you go. So you're 47th. So yeah, you are above me, but Did you do the first race in the series? Maybe it goes by incidents in those events as well. I don't know. Maybe the system's just rigged in my favour. I don't know how these things work. But on that note, I'm going to go and chill out for a bit. I need to wind down. That was far too physical. This is almost exercise. So I thank everyone that's come along and watched. Everyone that joined us. I really do appreciate you guys coming along, especially those of you that come in the chat room as well. Thank you for coming along and keeping everyone entertained. Not enough arguments, I don't think, about tire models or people arguing about how bad a given simulator is. I'm disappointed in that performance. I think there could have been some more arguments there. So I'll give you guys probably a 7 out of 10 when it comes to chat participation and argumentivity. Next stream, I'm hoping it's better. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming along, as I say. And until the next one, Goodbye.